Little Cup is a tier where you can fight with baby Pokemons against each other. Sounds fucking amazing, right? Until you end up getting destroyed on ladder with a more valuable team than yours. If you want to give up playing the game for fun and learn more about the metagame, then watch this video. In this video we will go over all the viable Pokemons this meta, from the S tier until the B tier.
Oh yeah.
Alright,
Right now.
Wanna start off with Axew?
Axew?
Yeah, what do you think about Axew?
I think it's a dog shit meta fish thing. Hold up. Let me find this this tier maker of yours. There we go. Create a Pokemon LC tier list. So, and you got the models in for me. Thank you very much. No, Axew is like it's closer to B than anything else. Cause like yeah, it hits hard.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
It is hard, there are not really a lot of switch-ins for it, but I do not see it on the team. I do not like it.
Yeah, the problem is it needs so much support to actually set up, and it's like it can get a kill and then it doesn't get a kill after that.
Yes.
And you kind of have to waste your Terra on it, like to just get the power level to actually make use of it, and then shit like Nimble is too common. You have solid Scarfers now that outspeeds it at +1, and
the thing about Axew is though, if I see it on my screen, I'm scared. Like, I'm not scared if I see a Growlithe anymore. I'm scared if I see an Axew.
Yeah, that's also the thing. Everyone's gonna have a Terra Seal at this point.
Yes.
So, like, at the very worst, you force out a Terra Steel with your Terra Dragon.
Yeah, I've seen people run Terra Fighting right now for the Sucker Punches. It works, but...
Ooh. Yeah, that's not bad.
But next up, we have Bramblin.
Bramblin. Again, it's like one of the things I don't actually know what it does. It's like a good spin blocker for webs, and then... Bramblin. No, this is Gen 5 LC. I'm not gonna look at Gen 5 LC, there's no Bramblin there.
Yeah, Bramblin has the ability Wind Rider, and if it gets hit by a wind move, you get an attack raise. So like it can switch into hurricanes and actually block them.
Yeah.
Making it a good switch in for Wingull and Watrill, but it doesn't have bulk. it's a really bad spin blocker. It does the job, but it doesn't have moves to hit Ponyard.
Yeah, and you just end up losing to. You don't lose to Toad School, I guess, unless they're Sludge Bomb at this point, which knockoff plus Sludge should probably.
Yeah, if they are mixed, then you lose. You straight up lose. If they are just the Earth Power Giga Drain knockoff sets, you hard win.
Yeah, but again, who the fuck earns that at this point? You need Sludge Bomb for like the Grookies and the Voltorbs and yeah.
I'm putting it at B as well.
Yeah, it's good for webs. You did the good web thing, and then it's not really good for anything else. Oh yeah, okay, that attack stat is actually kind of okay, and the speed is good.
Yeah, its speed is like 16 speed, and it has spikes. That's the big positive about this one.
Yeah, spike, strength sap, and then there was like power whip, and what was the last move you had?
I think
it gets Will Wisp, it doesn't get Wisp.
Nah, it gets Shadow Sneak though. That's it also gets Rapid Spin.
Rapid Spin. I think you had Rapid Spin on the last, like the web spawn. I like that, or I like Thief as well. Is like not bad.
Yeah, I can see the Thief. But next up we have Tudor.
Power Whip. Why are we running Power Whip if it has Bullet Seed?
Power Whip is just strong. If you get an attack boost from the Hurricane, you can just sweep with Power Whips.
Yeah, but Bullet Seed 2 is generally just strong. And it has 100% accuracy. That also counts for something.
Yeah, true. But Phil, what do you want to say about Tudor?
I don't like it. Again, there's so many things that I like. I just feel like we're playing LC underused at this point.
Yeah, this is alphabetic order. So like, we got a shit month first.
But then I come around to the recording. Ah, fuck that. Choodle again is like... It's like Mudkip's ugly Alabama cousin. What the fuck is this thing?
Well,
Shell Smash. I mean, I've heard it's a good smasher, but I've never actually seen anyone.
the thing
use
about
it.
the thing about Shudel is Shelter is better. Shelter is better by a lot, but Shudel can go for the Terra Dark and block the Encore from Shudel, and that's the big positive about it. Just Strong
I
Jaw and
suppose.
Terra Dark.
Yeah, you get a good crunch then, I suppose.
But yeah,
Liquidation.
there's not a lot
What's the
of
speed?
use for it.
It's good speed, I suppose. I don't know. I wouldn't. Again, it's the kind of thing that where you kind of have to Terra Dark even to fucking set up because you're in fucking Voltorb and Grookey mana at this point.
Yeah, I kind of want to put it in B+, but at the same time, B is also nice for it. Like, why would would you want to use this if you have Shelter? Only for double. Like Shelter
Honestly,
and Shudel.
What is Shelter doing though? You have Rock Blast.
You have Rock Blast, you can run special or physical, it doesn't matter. And right now you have an extra move because Ice Shot isn't needed anymore. But we will come to
You don't have
Shelter
Icicle
later.
Spear. You don't have Icicle Spear.
No.
No.
It lost it.
So what are we even running on it?
Well,
Like I've seen it and I've almost lost to it versus Fiend Hound, but he had Terra Blast instead of Shell Smash by accident, and he has like Terra Electric.
oh yeah,
I feel
yeah.
it was.
If you run special, you run Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Terra Electric, and if you run physical, you run Rock Blast, Liquidation, and then there's a filler move, so like you can run Protect or like Ice Short.
Yeah, even sub actually for like
Sub can be
20
cool.
yards.
Yeah, but we will go to the Shelter later on.
Yeah,
We
okay,
have
I
Chilo
can see
right now.
Shelter being okay. I can see Shelter being okay. I would probably prefer Tutel just for accuracy reasons, but yeah, Shelter is more terrifying to face. Tutel B.
Chilo B, not B+.
Tutel B,
B, alright.
not B plus.
Crawballer. Do you know what this thing does?
It sets up bulk ups and then it Terra fires for not getting burned.
Yes, that's all it does. It sits in your face and just sets up.
Drain Punch, bulk up, and then like 1 of 3 of Earthquake and a double elemental punches.
Yeah, and that's all it
Yeah.
needs. It has perfect coverage. It's just a really solid bomb. It has nice defensive stats. Sadly, not regenerator like Mienfu.
Yeah,
It,
good bulk.
I like the Pokemon. It's good, but I'm underestimating it. It doesn't have
You're
a good
under-
Dark type move for Gothita, so Gothita can just switch in and trap it.
Does it not? Does it not get anything? You have like, who the fuck was it that mentioned? No, never mind. I'm not gonna. That might be an.
There are two
Okay, I'll
moves
check.
to hit Gothita with. It has payback, so like if Gothita
Yeah.
switches in and you payback, you kill it, and you can go for the Terra Dark, and that's about it.
Yeah. Payback doesn't seem too bad though. Like,
It's a cool option.
it's a cool option. But with Terra, like, can't you go with just a Terra type that actually beats it?
Probably Terra Dark is the best, but at the same time you want Terra Fire for the Will-O-Wisps.
Well, again, it's only for. I guess it's actually double ghosts.
Well,
And
we can replace
Terra
Cobala
Fire.
later on, but I think it's A or A+.
it's a good breaker.
Yeah, it's just solid.
That piece of shit that actually tanks it. It's like Timber, but if Timber had like a Primarch cousin.
Yeah, but at the same time, every time I put it in my team, I replaced it with something else because this thing doesn't over a lot. So I think it just misses the mark of A+. It's just a mod and sits there.
Yeah, I mean it's usually you get some sort of work out of it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a situation where it's like someone sent in the Crowbar for a brawler, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, but I have the perfect hard copy for this, so it's not gonna do shit.
The thing I need to admit about Crowballer, this is the mon that farms low ladder. You cannot lose if you have a Crowballer on your team. Like,
Interesting.
these ladder players do not know what to do with the bulk of mon.
Yeah, to be fair, I've just been using Yahoo for that.
But next we have Krogunk. What do you want to say about Krogunk?
Dog shit, don't ever use it.
It has some uses.
Okay, it's a grounded poison type, that's one plus. It's a grounded poison type that doesn't care about fighting moves from opposing mons. I don't know what that's even relevant for, because you have the only fighting type is, well, Brawler and it has Earthquake, and we don't give a shit about that. What does it do? It's okay against Stunky if you don't have Dry Skin. It's okay against... It's actually pretty good against Grooky. Come to think of it.
Yeah, this thing has it's really anti-meta right now. But the biggest problem for Krogunk, in my opinion, is if you run physical, then you're really good against Gothita because you have Sucker Punch and you cannot be trapped. But there are too many ghost types if you want to run special. And the special set has Vacuum Wave, and I really love Vacuum Wave. This thing just completely checks the shelter as well.
Yeah, but I'm seeing some... I'm thinking, because we have like a big fire type. And... what if we could just run like... Anticipation?
Anticipation? Why?
We're not weak to fire that way, and that way we're also better off against like...
Yeah,
Voltor, which suddenly has Terrafire as a good option, and we can sub up and we can click Drain Punches, and...
I know no one is going to use a water move against it, but the ability to just nullify a shelter and just switch it into Marini, it's fun. And if you go
actually, you do Poison Touch and not Anticipation, because Anticipation means that you see if they can spot the fucking...
Yeah.
You know, yeah, that you're not, yeah. Do you have anything to hit like the Ghost Dog that I don't know the name of that's actually kind of good?
Oh, Graveyard. You do not. You have Earthquake. You probably run like Drain Punch, Earthquake, Sucker Punch, or like Thunder Punch. So like the Ghost Dog just sits there.
Yeah, but then again, what does the dog do to you with Fluffy and then...
It just stomping tantrums you.
Oh.
Yeah, the dog jacks. I think Krogunk is B+ still. It has too much. It has weird things to offer, so it's better than the other mons below it.
What does it do? Special just seems dog shit unless you're playing against
Special dog shit.
Boneyard.
Yeah, it's bad only on webs it's good. Like Terra.
Oh yeah, because you had the Terra Electric one that actually...
Yeah, that one...
with like Drift Balloon, you set up on... You're still weak to ground. Like Mud Spray being so common right now is an issue.
Yes.
Toad School less so, because you just threaten a gunk shot anyways, or Sludge Wave, whatever. But I don't see... It's still outspeeds and just overpowers you. And then there's... what else exists? You still struggle with Growlithe. Acrobatic Grooky is an issue, but you don't face Acrobatic Grooky. Terra Ground or Acrobatic Shroodle, if crosses it, is kind of problematic, so you don't really do anything there. But Sucker Punch would be nice against that. You're very good up against Nimble, though. That's nice. That's like a secondary option.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Drifloon. Obviously Marini is like one thing that you just fucking shred. And Marini is pretty good right now, so that's... Vacuum Wave is good if you want to threaten like a Lowland Diglett, also.
Filled.
But at the same time, you kind of probably want to just... Yeah?
I think Krog on preview is better than it is in game. So let's just put it in B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has niche things going for it. It's good against Grimer. I like that. It's good against Grimer. Grimer is a bitch to face right now.
I want to say it's B+ or B, but it's good on webs. The physical set is good. The special set outside of webs is dog shit.
I want to try this thing. Like, physical set needs like substitute though, or something to raise its speed, because it struggles so much with like Zoro H and Drifloon if not.
Yeah, you normally just run bulk up with a sucker punch. You go ahead.
I wouldn't even bulk up, because at this point you're like, do you get source and you don't? Okay, bulk up substitute, because does that work? Do you get something to like?
Oh no, what people run is Terra Fire. So like if they go out into the Sorua or anything or Drifloon, you just Terra Fire on the Will-O-Wisp, and then you kill it with Ice Punch and Thunder Punch.
But do you not have a better option? You should have a better option. You're a mon that could have better options. You need to substitute with you. Also, even if you do Terra Fire, like, substitute is good because you get a free fucking substitute and then you Sucker Punch.
Yeah, for sure. But wanna put it in B plus because of your reasoning? Or wanna stay in B?
It's an anti-meta tech. I wanna say B for it. Because this is the kind of shit that's like, oh yeah, it can work really well, but also like you need a lot of setup for it to work. And it's just against a specific threats, it's not actually useful.
Yeah, alright, then we will move on to Alolan Diglett. I want to put this thing in A plus right now.
I'm not saying A plus, but definitely somewhere A plus or A.
This thing can switch into all the electric types. Like Voltorb does two-shot it, but it can take a hit. It has Stealth Rocks, it has Sucker Punch, it has amazing typing.
Typing is amazing, however its stats are so fucking dog shit that like, I don't think Voltorb does. Voltorb Hisui, why does it not have fucking... Does it Terra Pivot and then make you Grass type? Because I think Leaf Storm just hard flat fucking...
Yeah, we...
Also, I think there's some merit to Life Orb, Voltorb Hisui at this point. Because what the fuck is gonna tank a Life Orb Leaf Storm?
Yeah, there isn't anything, but I like Eviolite more for the pivots, but Life Orb is also really good. For the Diglett though,
yeah, dude, a Leaf Storm does 72 to 88%. You do not pivot into a fucking Voltorb.
Phil, the Diglett. Yes. There is not really anything that can switch into a move from the Diglett because the things that resist the Earthquake do not resist the Iron Head.
True, but at the same time, Mudbray exists.
Yeah, Mudbray is a big issue for this mon. Still, Mudbray doesn't like taking the Earthquakes. I like the speed, but we can place it in A. Also, the ability.
Good. I mean, also Fungus just fucking tanks, unless it's Life Orb Diglett, but Fungus tanks.
Yes. Do not forget about the ability. The ability is amazing.
It's a good ability, yeah. Yeah, no, I can see A, like A or A plus. We can do A plus for now and then C, because it's got the potential. You also have like you can do either ST sets or Stealth Rock sets. You have it's an offensive Stealth Rocker. You suddenly have an alternative to Pawniard. Because Melbourne is like, okay, yeah, it's kind of an offensive Stealth Rocker, but at the same time, it kind of really isn't. And then you have the fucking Poison Rock thing that, for some reason, ends up working out, despite being... How the fuck is it actually good?
Because of the 20 attack stat. It's so powerful.
Yeah.
But let's place Diglett in A+.
Yeah, it has Rock Blast.
Phil, wanna go to Floon?
Sucker Punch. Yeah, I like the Diglett Alola. Wanna go to what?
Floon. They're Floon.
Oh, you did their Floon, yeah, because you wanted in S ranks.
Yeah, I personally think it's S rank. Phil thinks differently about it.
Yeah, of course. Like you have it S rank because it's like the only defogger, and you're worried about webs, which is like fair. It's a very good defogger against webs. It's the only good defogger, or
You want to know the other defoggers?
Yeah, defogger. Yes, web. Yeah, it's shit not in this list.
Phil, do you want to know the other defoggers right now? Because we have Fletchling, we have Fomentis. There is no other defogger. We only have Floon.
Yeah, and that would be like, okay, defog is a lot better than Rapid Spin, obviously, but at the same time, this is not a meta where we like hard require having a spinner or defogger on every single team. That's like and especially like, and sticky webs isn't as threatening or meta defining right now. That a defogger that actually beats webs is so powerful that alone would warrant S ranking. Like at that point, we need to rank sticky web as ban Murphy. It seems like the kind of thing that you'd prefer to have like Will-O-Wisp and Hex shenanigans and not care about defogging this thing. I think you should probably use it more so, because bar the Fire Dog, nothing really wants to take a Will-O-Wisp, regardless of being physical or special, because it puts you in it puts you in range of like Hex shenanigans, and you can get stormed down fairly easily. Even like, okay, grassy terrain kind of stops that, but it's better to have the options to fuck around with Hex and Hex, Will-O-Wisp, substitute, and say a Terra Blast of a specific Terra type. I don't know which one it would be. Ground is obviously like one of the big ones, because
it depends.
I like immunity, but
you're ground with Growlithe, but if you want to kill the Poyard, you're fighting.
Yeah.
But what the rank do you think Drifloon is?
I think it's like, it's probably like A+, because it's a very strong mon. It's very, very threatening if used right. I don't think defogging is necessarily using it right. It's a good defogger. If you really need a defogger, it's a good defogger. It's very good at defogging. You probably wanted to do other things. It's the kind of like the Wallaby in SM. Like you know how like the specially defensive set is so fucking good and so easy to slap on every single fucking team. The only issue is that you kind of want your Wallaby to be a bit more offensive than 16 special defense and 25 HP.
Oh yeah, for sure. But we didn't talk about the ability Unburden. Like, once you hit the Unburden, you could just acrobatics and you could Terra Blast the shit.
Yeah.
Like that.
I don't think Acro is the best set though. I think you still want Will-O-Wisp and Hex. I think that's the general.
Oh yeah, but you can also run mix with Acro, Hex, Willow, Fille.
That's fair. You could probably do that. I think Sub should be like the last move though, for most part.
Sub's fine, but the meta is right now a lot faster. There are too many 19 and 20 speed mons, so you cannot just sub-stall.
No, but that's the thing. You can sub-stall on them switching in at that point.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's your way of bringing Drifloon up to par with those again.
We can keep the Floon at A+. The last thing I want to say about Floon, the nice thing about it is because of the speed and because of the typing, it has a 4x resist against the Nimble. So the Nimble has a hard time revenge killing it. This is the best switching into Nimble.
Yep.
So Fungus. I don't know where to place this thing. Is it good? Is it bad? It's better now because of Grookey.
Yeah, and Voltorb. Like it's one of the ones that again forces a Terra from the Voltorb, so that's nice. Kind of better because of Mother Break, because he's still tanking an Earthquake and Giga Drain back. Grookey, you said, it makes it good. Gothita makes it worse.
There's no good sport switching outside of like Toadstool, but you won't V1 it.
Yeah.
There is just not really a use to run it.
It's a grounded poison type. That's one thing.
The ability is good. The stats are good. It just sits there.
Spore is, yeah, just like as long as Spore is an option, you technically Fungus should always like come back to Fungus being one of the top ones.
Yes.
Because of how good Regenerator and Spore is together. And then it has Synthesis if it needs to. You have Giga Drain. You have Sludge Bomb. Does it have anything else of like actually useful at this point?
I didn't get anything useful. Like you can run Terra Blast, but there's nothing to hit with Terra Blast. Most people are running.
Is okay against like grassy terrain mons, I suppose. Grassy seeds.
Yeah.
Uh,
I want to put
Play in
Fungus
that
in.
regard also.
I want to put
Power
it in
play
B
is
plus.
actually a very good one. Yeah, B plus. Yeah, do B plus. Leaf Storm. I like it. Gets Leaf Storm now. I like that.
Oh damn.
It's not relevant, but I like it.
That
Alright,
sounds
it's always had
trash.
Leaf Storm. Yeah, I've tried that a couple times actually. Come to think of it, it's not good, but I do like it. But Power Play is actually kind of interesting now against Strudel and Drifloon specifically.
Oh, by the way,
It's,
a lot of people are running Ghost Fungus right now for the Gothita. I think once Gothita gets banned, this month gets a lot better. But because of Gothita, this month is just not good enough.
Power Play, Giga Drain, Sludge. Do you need Sludge?
You need
Bomb?
Sludge.
Yeah, you do need Sludge Bomb. You need Sludge. Do you need Giga for anything? You need it for Mudbray. You have Spore, and then Terra Ghost.
Probably just Synthesis.
Yeah.
It's safe.
I like Foul Play. I like the idea of Foul Play. It might not be good. It might not be good at all, but I like the idea of it.
Alright. Glimmet, Phil. What do you think about Glimmet? Do you like it?
I hate it.
You
I
hate
hate it. Look at it.
It's
It looks like a fucking LCCU mod.
yeah, but it's amazing. It's good for hyper offense.
Good for bulky offense as well, because you have off-key guaranteed toxic spikes.
There is no good switching into it with Sludge Bomb and Mud Shot.
Yep, and Power Gem.
Oh yeah, Power Gem. Most likely you run spikes, stealth rocks on it. You just get up your hazards and it dies, and then you just sweep.
Just always end up forgetting that Power Gem exists, and it somehow has fucking 60. No, wait, what the fuck is that fucking special attack? 105 special attack.
Yeah, it hits like a truck.
That's why it's been hitting so hard.
Yeah, this thing is insane, but it doesn't do anything to ground types. I think
Let's
with
just
the
get.
with
So,
oh, yeah,
what you're
you
saying is that we should start running Terra Grass Glimmet?
yeah, that works. People are running that. Terra Grass.
Or do we want a Terra? Do we want a Terra Water to be better against other Glimmets?
Nah, not a lot of people running
we
Granite
have-
right now.
Fair enough.
I want to put it in A minus.
Yeah, it's probably A minus.
A minus or A. It's good. Its ability is also really good. But we're coming to Gothita.
Ugh.
This thing is ban worthy, to be honest. I want to put it in S minus or A plus.
I feel like one of the only people who think Gothita is that good though.
Yeah, probably. It's so slammable. Once you start knowing what this thing can do, it's just so amazing.
Yeah, it's usually good to have a trapper if you can. It's there's a reason why people find it broken in every single gen that it's available. I like a Violite right now.
Firelight's
I like
fine.
that a lot.
I
Because
like
you actually do trap like difficult scarfers, like Brookie and the dog, if you want to, if you need to, if you have to. And then also like your little innovation. I don't think it's S tier worthy because you don't really trap a lot of things, and it does get revenged immediately. So it's kind of a trade mon. You're
Yeah.
never gonna sweep with it. You're never gonna use it more than once in a game. Usually, like there are obviously situations where you may do so, but it's not to the point where it's that.
I think
That
with
big,
Terra, this mon can trap everything though. Like you can trap Ponyard, you can trap Marini, you can even trap the Growlithe. It forces a lot of Terras, and also on the other side, because they do not want to get trapped. I think this thing just tries to get rid of the Terras. And that's the biggest reason I want to put it high.
There's generally other ways to do that, like.
Yeah, for sure.
Quite a few of the games that I've had recently, I just forced the Terror with my Watchroll for the most part. Like, if they had a Voltorb, okay, but I'm forcing you to Terror with that Voltorb so that you can do shit against me, and then I have my Terror and you've used it.
Yeah. I don't want to put Kotita any lower than A plus though.
Yeah, A plus I can see. I'm down for that, because being able to trap whatever you need trap is pretty useful.
Yes.
Unless said thing is Zorua or Drifloon. Or the dog thing.
Wanna go to the dog?
Let's go to the fucking dog.
What do you think about the dog?
It's fat.
Yes.
I haven't ever used it. I haven't properly played with it. I haven't seen too many games where it's been used either. I just know it sits there and it's fat, but I don't know what it does.
That's all it does. It spin blocks. It has perfect coverage, but it can only yawn and attack.
Okay, so you have, because you have a pretty okay attack stat. You have very good HP, especially considering you have Fluffy with 12 defense at the minimum. Special defense isn't too good, but that's okay. You don't want to stay in against Zorua either way. It's gonna be good against, like, what is it good against?
It's good against things that just cannot hit it. Like, you can counter Poyot if they only have Sucker Punch, because Iron Head plus 2 Iron Head does 30%. But it's just laughable.
Damn.
I wanna put it in B plus.
Attack HP, that looks fairly right, and then Growlithe, Hisui, custom set. Wow.
Yeah. This thing fucks over Corbola, it fucks over the duck.
I mean, Head Smash from fucking Growlithe does 6 to 8. Standard roll is gonna be 6 or 7.
That's insane. How much percent?
It's 20? An actual switching.
Yeah.
But like, again, Flare Blitz is like a 59% chance to do it KO, so because Fluffy means you're weak to fire.
Is it better than Fungus though? Do you think this thing can be in the same tier as Fungus? I think it's a good anti-meta pick, but at the same time I do not see it any higher than B. It's like one of these filler mons.
Yeah, it's B or B plus probably. B plus if we think hazards are going to be strong now, because I do think, like, because people still do run Quaxley and the Toadstool thing as their main hazard removal, and so if you do require hazards to stay up, it's definitely worth it.
But would you use the dog or like Drifloon or Zorua for it?
I would usually not go with Zorua, I think. Drifloon possibly, generally. But also the dog is still, I don't know, no, B.
B, alright.
Yeah, I don't actually see myself using the dog much. It checks a lot of things, I suppose. It's something tantrum.
Yeah, it's a Mudbray without rocks. That's how I see it. And Ghost.
How much is Grooky doing is that? Grooky, LCF Violite, with Hammer. Yeah, Wood Hammer is like, it does 6.
6 HP?
Yeah.
That's nothing.
After a knock it does 9.
Yeah, this thing just jacks things. It's annoying.
Yeah, Nice Fang does a shit ton back.
We can put it in B plus. I don't mind. We can put it in B plus.
It's again like Timber-ish.
Alright, let's do B plus. And we go to Grimer. Grimer lost some moves, it lost Pursuit, it lost Shadow Sneak. So that's sad, but it has Drain Punch. It has good coverage. I wanna put it in like A, because it doesn't really have switch-ins. But I haven't used it yet, to be honest. It's like A or A minus, maybe A minus.
It's like Greaver. It's the kind of shit that like you don't really know how to knock it out in one hit unless you have a fucking Mudbray. but at the same time, and the difference is that it hits hard back.
Yes, it
And
has
it hits
that
you with
knockoff.
shit like, it has the knockoff that's fucking stab and hits like a truck. It's the best knockoff in the game. At the moment, it's fairly fat, so like it tanks whatever, and then knock, and then gunk, and then drain is like okay coverage, and you have Giga Drain for the mud brace if you need to, and it's boosted by the fucking rookies, so it's a great rookie check.
Yeah.
It's the fucking dog. the good dog, not the bad dog.
The good dog, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this one, but sadly it lost Shadow Sneak, because with Shadow Sneak I like this a lot more.
Yes.
I think A- is good enough for him though. Maybe A.
Yeah. I think A.
A?
I want to go A.
Right.
It's a good like filler mon, but in the sense that like, okay, I struggle against some things. Well, Grimer is essentially gonna check either of them in every game, regardless. Like it checks whatever you need it to check.
Yes.
You're not gonna knock it out in one hit with like anything.
It's good. It's a more offensive check. It's just slow.
Yeah. We like those. It's timber, but for other things.
Yes.
You can 1v1 most of the map, but most of the tier, but doesn't really have a like particular thing you want it to do for most teams. It's like you want it for Brookie and maybe attack a Leaf Storm from a Volt Orb.
What about Grookey though? What do you think about Grookey?
A+ or above. It's fucking hard. Both the Violite and SD sets and Scar sets are good. You can do fucking Trailblaze sets. It's difficult to deal with, and it's good against shit like Mudbraid. It's good against shit like you can abuse Gathita somewhat. You even hit fucking Refloon hard with Knock / Woodhammer. You check the deals well enough to the point where I think you kind of beat it with Woodhammer.
Oh yeah,
It
it also has Drain Punch. You can also just Drain Punch it.
Yep.
I think with the addition of Trailblaze, but he lost like the Grass Glide move. If it has Grass Glide, it was like insta S or S minus.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Woodhammer just clean one shots fucking Diglett.
Oh yeah.
So
you can just hammer it.
A Violet and fucking hell. Grookey is good. There's nothing really that wants to switch in on Woodhammer bar like Larbesta. And then Nimble is like, oh yeah, it checks it, but at the same time it doesn't if it's Protect Grookey. It checks it, but it's not as problematic.
I find it weird.
Deals with Quaxley. It kind of minds Bottrell, and Bottrell is like just such a glue mon again for that shit like that.
Yo, Phil, maybe Grookey is even better than A+, because like the grassy terrain.
S minus.
Yeah, you can just manipulate the grassy terrain. If they run Mudbray or like Diglett, they do a lot less damage now.
Yeah. And it's such a solid partner for so many mons that just appreciates its ability for grassy terrain. It's good for the Volt Orbs because Leaf Storm hits like a fucking truck after grassy terrain. It's good for the Growlithes because they like Earthquakes being weaker. It's good for Marini because they like Earthquake being weaker. It's good for Ponyards because you get the drill. And there's so many relevant mons that just benefits from it. There's even mons that just like appreciates the extra healing.
Also, the
Like
Choice Car
Greenwood?
set, Phil, the Choice Car set is fucking cool. Like Terra, Grass, Wood, Hammering.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I realize we haven't been talking too much about Terra types on so many of these, but Terra is really fucking strong.
Right, Growlithe.
Speaking of good Scarfers.
S. Or S minus. S. Alright.
Yeah, and the thing is, I want to comment that I don't think the Flame Charge set is very good. It's okay, because it does get good setup opportunities. but I think it's much better to have a mon that you can get in multiple times throughout the game. It will threaten out whatever the fuck is in front of it. And then it's like, you have to, as the Growlithe user, you generally don't have to gamble, you just click Flebis and sometimes head smash, but as the fucking player playing against it, it's like, do you risk your check to maybe dying to head smash? Or, like, because if you don't have a Marini, you're kind of fucked.
Yes, you are. Like, there's something being sacked if the Growlithe comes in.
Yeah. Yeah, your win condition against it is gonna be outplaying, and that's not a good solution.
And
should be banned, probably.
First, you gotta figure out if it is Flame Charge or Scarf. I think Scarf is also better, but yeah.
I mean, Flame Charge is still like A minus because it's so threatening once it's set up. But the thing is, you need that one turn to set up, and your Flame Charge is not gonna be strong. So that's a free Marinian, for example, is a free whatever Watermon they have.
I think
and
if
then
you
you're
go...
fucked. And then if they have like Aquajet Quaxley, for example, yeah, your setup turn just went to waste. Instead of just clicking a free Blitz or Head Smash, you just spent the turn clicking Flame Charge, which does jack shit.
That's true, but Phil, if you run Evialize, you're probably going to run like Terra Grass with like Flare Blitz, Head Smash, Morning Sun, and Flame Charge. And if you run Scarf, then it's probably Terra Fire, I guess, for more damage.
Yeah, I forgot you can Terra Grass. That's actually a fair point. Terra Grass with Morning Sun is actually kind of worth it.
Yeah. I think S is good. I wouldn't mind putting it in S minus as well, but the other mods are not better. I still want Drifloon 1 higher. I keep looking at this.
Looking at this, you can get it to S minus. It's definitely better than Diglett and Nigatita, and those again are better than the Brawler and Grimer and.
I think Growlithe is better than the Grookey as well.
Yeah.
But Phil, La Festa.
B plus.
Not B? You want to put it in B
nah,
plus?
It has a rocks issue, but at the same time you also have the Flare Blitz thing, which is nice. You hard counter Grookey because there's no way you're ever facing a Acrobatics Grookey. Why the fuck would anyone run that? That's only for fucking Larvesta. I guess it's for Fungus too, but that's B plus tier. It's the kind of we fuck over Grookey unless it has Acrobatics for specifically us.
I want to say B plus as well. I think because of the bad hazards, like a bad hazard removal, La Festa is really hard to play. You need like, I guess, heavy duty, but running heavy duty is also it's not good.
Yeah, no.
Does La Festa get a ground type move?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, that's sad. Otherwise, it could be used like it's faster than regular Growlithe, so you can just bop it. But right now, it's a good U-turner, and that's about it.
Yeah, but it is a good U-turner. Also, Flare Blitz is.
Let's just keep it in B plus.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Phil, Marini.
A minus, A probably.
A, not A plus. A is also fine.
I think more so A, because the thing is, it is the only good pivot into Growlithe. Like you can say, okay, Gibble is, but at the same time, it's not.
Gibble is
because it's fucking Gibble.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not a good one. Whereas Marini is like, okay, it actually does other things as well. You have a ground and poison, you have the fucking regen ability, so you actually come in on head smashes and then switch out if it's a fucking head smash. If it's not, you still have the Flare Blades and you have the water type and you have whatever the fuck you want. I don't know. It does things.
Yeah, I think A is good enough. Like, it regens, it's a good pivot. Like, you switch it in, you switch it out. Iron Defense is also a good option. It now has an Ice Spinner for the Toad School, even though it's not really utilized a lot. A is,
it has Ice Spinner now?
Yeah. It's like you can one-shot the Toad School if you want. But because it lost Scald, I think A is fine.
Twilight, regen, like you can do the 16s, but I have Chilling Water, we don't care. Facade, Gunk Shot, Hydro Pump is nice. Ice Spinner, I'd rather Ice Beam now.
I think haze
Ice
is...
spinner is nice if you worry about icy terrain. No, grassy terrain, I suppose ice spinner is good.
Yeah, and you can also just go for the haze.
That's the thing, I suppose. Yeah. Also, the thing is, I think like it's probably one of the better like defensive terror types, obviously, because you can find whatever fucking terror type works for your team and against specific other teams, etc., etc., etc. And just having a regen without and recover. And
Yeah.
grounded poison if you need, for that matter of sake, but I don't know.
This one is fine, but it's not spectacular.
It's not spectacular, but it can do a lot of things.
It
And it can do them well.
It was a lot better before the home meta. Like right now, everything is so offensive. You have the
Right.
new Voltorb, you have the new Diglett.
You should be able to 1v1 Primer with it. You should be able to 1v1 Brawler for the most part, although you might have to Terra to survive Thunder Punch or Earthquake. You struggle with Gothita, but you can Terra your way out of that. You struggle with the Diglett, but you can Terra your way out of. Why is Terra the solution to all of these?
Yes, it's a Terra waster. Because you do not want to waste your Terra on the Marini. It's fine. It's a
You struggle with
fine one.
Fungus, you struggle with Murmur, you struggle with honestly, you struggle with everything but Growlithe at this point, for the most part. You're good against Strudel-ish, but not really.
You handle the duck and you handle Ponyard. That's about it.
Yeah.
But the
You
bulk is
handle
good.
Ponyard very well, though.
The bulk
bulk
is
is
good.
good.
Yes.
The bulk is good, but you only handle 3 months. 4 months. And Larv, 5, I suppose.
Yeah, but A is good. A is good enough.
A is good enough.
Wanna go over Meowth?
A minus, actually, fuck it, A minus.
A minus for the Marini? Are you serious?
Yeah, because you don't actually blanket check too many things. It's Ponyard, it's Quaxley, it's the dog, and then there's Primer, I suppose. That's it. There's 4 things that are meta relevant that you actually deal with.
I think the ability to just switch out and switch in again and get some HP back to check it again. That's somewhat nice.
Yeah, it is.
But we can put it A minus.
Yeah. I'm wondering if something like OU Toxapex could be a thing.
Oh, you Toxapex. We're talking about LC, Phil.
Yeah, but they always like you have like, for now they have like Assault Vest sets with max special attack. I'm wondering if like max speed and max special attack Marini might be the way to go, because you probably still tank fire moves from dog, but you're actually more punishing to switch into. You have acid spray, which is always nice. You have hydro pump, ice beam from
Normally that would be good, but Marini at max speed hits 15 speed, and 15 speed is just it's got an alpha. Like you speed dive with the dog, everything still outspeeds you. Like right now with 12
yeah,
speed.
the only thing that would be good for would be Gatita with the Violence. So yeah.
Yeah, right now you have enough speed to outspeed Mudbray, uninfested, and that's about it. But Phil, Meowth.
B plus.
B plus. I like it.
It has things it hits hard, and Fake Out plus Faint is good, and Terra Normal is okay, and it has coverage for Terra Blast to actually be terrifying. I've seen it win games.
Yes, I think it got worse though, because the Voltorb is around and it has static. So there are ways out to cheese Meowth.
Yeah, but Faint goes through Protect though, which is one of the main things about Voltorb at the moment.
Yeah, I'm just more scared about the static, because one paralyze and your Meowth is just it's not good anymore.
That's fair.
But
at the same time, it's still good because you mainly rely on Fake It on Paint, and that doesn't really care about that.
Yeah, and with Bite you can also check the Zorua and the Drifloon. It has a good kit. It is a hard way to lose your Terra. Like I always want to Terra normal it, but once it dies you just waste your Terra. It's good enough.
Oh, Yeah, it's good enough. It's a nice anti-meta pick. It's not gonna sweep teams, but it's a nice anti-meta pick. It's gonna open up teams, or at least you're not getting fucking swept by something.
Yeah, it's also against Scroodle. Like the Grassy Seed Scroodle set is
Yeah.
right now destroying mons.
I still don't understand how people keep losing to that.
No, I faced it 2 times right now, and I almost lost 2 times. That thing is incredible. But we will go over that in a second. First, Mudbray.
I suppose.
Do you think Mudbray
Mudbray's-
is it A or A plus?
I think it's A at the moment because it's possibly A plus, but I don't think it's fully A plus. It doesn't win. Again, it's one of the ones that it won't win you games, but it's very good at just blanket checking on quite a few things. It's difficult. It's what I wanted the fast Marini to be, but actually has the bulk to pull it off. The natural bulk.
Yeah, it's an all-around good mon. I'm never disappointed if I run the Mudbray. It checks 1 mon. It can switch out and just beat a sack. It gets up rocks. It has nice options with Choice Carve. It can be your Steel Terror type to tank some shit.
Yeah.
But it's just a really simple brain dead mon.
I mean, I've put it in most of my teams, which I suppose is the reason why I haven't lost a Shrudel yet.
Oh yeah, if
Good
you have,
against Shrudel, it's good against Poniard, it's tanks most hits that you normally would struggle with. It's good against the Wattrel.
it got worse because of Grookey, but still it holds its own.
Yeah.
I'll take A. But now we go to Nimble. Nimble is hard. I have lost to Nimble way too many times to underestimate it. In my opinion, it's A or A plus.
I think it's A minus at the best.
All right.
You lose to it because you use wacky hyper offenses with no fucking bulk at all.
Yeah, but what bulk? Nimble 2-shot the bulk.
Nimble doesn't two-shot Drifloon, it doesn't two-shot Krogan.
No.
Marini can check it. Ish.
Marini
suppose.
doesn't check. Marini doesn't check.
Get on one. Yeah, yeah, it two-shots, but at the same time it's also like OHK'd by quite a few things, like Quaxley, Brave Bird, Hurricane or Air Slash from Wattrel, there's the fire moves, there's the rock moves, there's Drifloons fucking it over, it can be trapped by the Theta.
Yeah, but Phil, I want you right now to calc the Growlithe set, Eviolite, against a Terra Bug first impression.
Growlithe. Eviolite. What's it called again? Nimble.
Nimble, Live Orb, Terra Bug first impression.
Terra Bug first impression does 69 to 91.
That's a shit ton.
That is a shit ton.
That's an Eviolite mon.
That's in the Eviolite one, yeah.
I think this is better than Meowth for sure. It's a good revenge killer. Because of the protect spam, it's not great. It's not reliable, but it still is really good.
Yeah.
I can see A minus as well though. It's at least better than Meowth.
It's strong. It's something you have to make sure that you're ready for. But once you're ready, it's not going to tear through you. It's going to be problematic from time to time, but it's not going to tear through you.
I think if Nimble gets, well, let's say Nimble wasn't here, then no one would run protect.
Probably, I would still because it's a good move. But yeah, that's the one thing. Protect is a way that like after that, Life or Nimble doesn't tank anything.
No,
So you get that first impression of, but at that point you've lost all your momentum, and you have to either switch out, and as you've mentioned earlier, everything is faster than 15 speeds. Everything is faster than 15 speeds, so you threaten out by anything.
Yes, but Nimble, there are people right now that are running substitute or agility. So like if you switch out the second one, you can just agility up, and then you have a leech living Nimble. And that's just destroying you.
Yeah, that is threatening. That is problematic.
It's a coin flip, mom.
Okay, for agility reasons, I'm willing to go A.
All right, let's just put it in A. I hate this mon. I hate this mon more than anything.
Poniard is A minus.
I like that.
It doesn't do much anymore. It's a good mon, but it doesn't do anything really. It sets rocks, and it's like an annoying steel and dark type that doesn't have the annoying tools it used to.
Yes,
it will do damage. It will not necessarily get a kill, but it will do relevant damage. Always.
I like that. It's a good
Except
sucker
if there's
puncher.
a Marini on the other side.
It is a good sucker puncher right now, and it's sad that it is 16 speed, because you check the mons, but the mons burn you. Or the mons have a Terror Blast.
Yeah.
But it helps against webs, but the webs also just do not care about Poniard. Because they can just run substitute.
Yeah.
A minus is fine.
Quaxley is also one of the A minus mons, I feel.
You want to
It's
put
kind of
Quaxley
threatening once it
in
gets
A
going.
minus? I think Quaxley is dog shit.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I think B plus. I do not see. It's not
I
better.
can, okay, I can see B plus. I can see B plus,
Yeah.
but I think there's so many different variations of it, and it's one of the better ways to get around the dog. That's the Aquajet. It has rapid spin. You can run Brave Bird with flying typing for especially Grooky now, which is slightly problematic. And you do Terra Grass to deal with both Grooky and the Voltorb. It does struggle with Bottle though, regardless. But it's not like it's not weak. It has options. Even Encore is good, especially in this current Shroodle meta.
Yeah, but Phil, I'm still stuck with Staryu, and this thing has 14 speed. I do not like using this thing. It, like you said, it has Aquajet, it has a Brave Bird, but it also has the Force move slot syndrome, because you want to run Roost, you want to run Rapid Spin, you want to run Aqua Cutter, and then your last move's like Brave Bird probably, but you also want to have Encore.
Yeah, I am usually just Encore because I really like that option.
Yes, I have the feeling that this thing just doesn't belong here. I do not like it.
Fair enough. Question: why do people run Aqua Cutter when Liquidation exists?
Liquidation is more damage overall, but Aqua Cutter, I guess people run it for the critical hits. There's not really a reason. You can run Liquidation.
Yeah, I'm gonna be running Liquidation probably, because I don't like missing out on the 2-hit KO on Votril and Drifloon.
Yeah, that's fine. Also, the defense drop can be nice.
Yeah.
But Phil, Shelter.
Shelter. A minus.
Ooh. You want to go A minus on the Shelter? I think we're going to get some hate. I think Shelter is still A. But at the same time, there is Grassy Seed Strudel right now, so that outspeeds the Shelter.
Poniard still exists.
I think the special
Grimer,
set is really good.
Grimer is gonna check it regardless.
Nah,
unless he has some Terra Ground bullshit.
Terra Blast Rock just beats it.
Are you sure? Grimer, Alola, Alsic Pursuit Trap versus Shelter. Helsing Shell Smash +2 Terra Rock. Oh yeah, no mind, you're right.
Yeah, this thing this thing just straight up blows shit up.
Okay, yeah, no, A is probably fine then.
A is fine. That's also the reason why I thought Krogunk was better, because there is not really a team with a Shelter check.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think A is fine.
A is
Strudel.
probably fine, yeah.
Strudel is a hard one to rank, because I think it's overrated, but at the same time it's also really good. I want to say A+.
Yeah.
Because the Grassy Seed set is good.
Yeah, the Grassy Seed set is good. It has the coverage, it has the Terra type, it has possibilities.
Yeah. It's insane. It also has the encore if you for the other setup months.
Yep.
I think without
Good support sets. It has knock up. It has U-turn. Yeah, and parting shots.
it has sword dance.
Yeah, honestly, it probably is A plus. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, I can see it.
Stunky. It's either B plus. It's B plus, to be honest.
Yeah.
It doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, it's speedy. It's got nasty plot. It's got good typing.
It has flamethrower. I guess it has sucker punch. It just sits there.
It's very good against Ponyard plus Hisui and Sorowa.
It got better, to be honest, with the new meta. Only Diglett is worse against it, but like you check the Grookey, you check the Strudel.
And you're okay against Voltorb even.
Yeah. I think B plus is fine.
Yeah.
Surskit.
Though. A plus. I think Webs is A plus worthy at this point.
You don't want to go S minus?
No.
Alright, A plus is fine.
Because as we've looked at here, there's the Submons, there's Ponyard, there's Nimble, there's fat shit like Grimer that doesn't give a shit, there's Unburdened Strudel, there's Drifloon, there's... and also you're gonna struggle to set up against shit like Rock Blast, Diglett A.
Yeah, I can see that. I think webs are still really good. They are not broken.
You also don't set against Rapid Spinners.
Yeah, but once you get the sticky webs up, the web spinners do not win against the spin blockers in this generation.
That is true. Which
only the defuckers win, but there's only Drifloon.
Yeah. Which is why it can be A plus.
Yeah, I think A plus is fine enough for it. Also, Nimble exists. Nimble against webs is hard.
Yeah, I'm feeling A still, but it's okay. Toadstool though.
I'm actually a Toadstool hater.
That is fair. Recently I've found little use to it when I've had Mudbray.
I wanna say A or A minus.
A minus.
Right.
Still has it's a good support one still.
It does a job. I do not like the 4x ice weakness with Terra typings.
Yeah, and grass and ground, you kind of stack with things that you'd rather have over Toadstool. Like, you'd rather have Diglett Lolly, you'd rather have Mudbray than you would have a Toadstool, and you'd rather have Grookey or Voltorb Grass instead of Toadstool.
Yeah, the ability sucks. I like the Spore opportunity, or like that you can Spore. I like that you can Rapid Spin. But right now my way to beat Hasses is just Hasses stack myself, or just use Defog.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's gotten worse with a new meta.
Yeah, for sure. People say that this thing is still S rank, or just nah. Let's not talk about it.
No, there's a fast fire dog. There's another Voltorb that just shits on it even harder. There's Grookey again. There's Drifloon being better for those reasons. There's no regular Diglett, I suppose.
I think it's
also Grimer Lola is a thing now, which also just kind of is problematic.
Yeah. But next one.
And it shouldn't be, because it's fucking enough power one, but still, yeah. Yeah, Voltorb.
S minus?
S minus.
Well, that was a fast one.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone knows what Voltorb does, and this does that, but Leaf Storm. And
yeah,
Giga Drain if you want the bulky one.
Voltorb is just so splashable. You can put it in on every team. It has 20 speed. Volt Switch, Giga Drain, Terra Blast, Protect is all you need. You can run Sub.
Yeah. It's
really good.
And for Voltorb and kind of Grookey reasons, I'm also thinking Wattrel for A rank, because it's not like one that's gonna do much.
We're at Wattrel? We're at Wattrel?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate this thing.
That's
I-
okay.
I do not like this thing.
It's the kind of thing that just it does well against the big goons of the tier, and it does a good job of bringing them in as well for you.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a good electric type, but I don't want to go higher than A minus.
But you don't use it offensively. You have a lightning rod and the typing to deal with both Grookey and the Voltorb. You have the typing to deal with and threaten Drifloon. You have then you have the bulk to not be OHKO'd immediately by general shit. So you can tank hits, you turn into shit like Growlithe, and then suddenly you're the one with the momentum, and their big threats are just not a big threat anymore.
Yeah, but this thing needs to switch in, take rock damage. If a Grookey goes for Woodhammer and the Scarf, this thing is dead. I feel like it's good. But
How the fuck is that dead to a Scarf Woodhammer? I guess people will run it as more of an offensive pivot, which I get, because you have Thunderbolt and Volt Switch and Hurricane. I just don't think that's the way to go.
This thing also got worse with the addition of Alolan Diglett.
Woodhammer does not 2 KO after rocks if you run the set I have at least.
Alright, but like, it also got worse because of Alolan Diglett.
Kinda, yeah, but also, yeah, it's like, yeah, you're not gonna come in on Alolan Diglett, but at the same time, you aren't really gonna stay in on Alolan Diglett either. You're gonna U-turn out the moment they go into their Alolan Diglett. For the record, I've been running 14 defense, and that is...
Yeah, that's a good set. Like,
Yeah.
are you running Discharge?
No, I've got Thunderbolt. Discharge is a good idea. Discharge is a good fucking idea. Why haven't I been running Discharge?
Like Discharge, Volt Switch, what's the other?
No, not a Volt Switch. You don't want to run Volt Switch.
Oh, no,
Browns come in and they block you hard, and that's now I can see why you don't like Diglett Alola for it. You run U-turn because you don't give a shit about the extra damage. You just want to pivot out
Yeah,
to get
like
in the faster, stronger monster you don't want to take.
But at the same time, this is an Hurricane one. That's more the reason I do not like it.
Yeah, I'm. You're gonna like the set I'm running.
Can I place it in A minus?
No, you cannot. I shall send you my set.
No.
Yes,
Right, let's look at the set.
I'm sending you the set, and you will like it.
Is it Air Slash?
Yes.
Oh god.
No fucking way I'm running fucking Hurricane.
Nah.
That's not happening.
I'm playing this thing in A minus. We go to Wingle. Fuck this
No,
one.
no. We're going with a... Also, we can do like Terrafire shit now, which is fun, because Voltorb runs Terrafire now, which is fun. It's not fun, I hate it, but it's okay. But yeah, next one.
Yeah, Wingle.
I'm saying A. I'm saying hard A, because it's a very good support money. It takes on the shit that you otherwise struggle with, and then it brings in your shit that other people struggle with.
Well, we will see the people in the comments.
You regain momentum. You regain momentum. That's huge. Momentum is a big thing.
Wingle.
Hurricane.
B
Fuck
plus.
that thing. B plus. It's terrifying. It's not good.
No,
Terrifying, but it's good. It's good 70% of the time.
It got a lot worse also with Voltorb.
Yeah.
Like
And Diglett, kinda.
I think I want to run Ice Beam over the knockoff right now, but at the same time, I do not like this one.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
It's good against webs.
Yeah.
Well, next up, the Sorowas. I'm putting the Ghost one probably in A.
Yeah. Oh, A is... Oh.
Yeah. Maybe A minus, maybe A minus.
I think it's gotten worse because it doesn't really deal with Grookey, Voltorb, and Growlithe well, but it's still a good mon. It's just that its typing is not relevant enough at this point to be of too much use, but it's still a very good mon. It still has it's a ghost type with Will-O-Wisp and Hex and
An illusion.
Ghost immunity and it's got illusion, and illusion has so much potential that we haven't really used yet. And I've been looking to do that in black and white, but it hasn't really been relevant yet.
I think this is the best one to compare to use with Search Kit, because you can disguise it as Search Kit and like fuck over the opponent.
Yeah, I like doing shit like that. Illusion is like one of the things where like Zorak hasn't really been good enough in Zoro, and Zorak hasn't been good enough in tiers where they could be irrelevant. No, where like you could experiment with it, whereas in other tiers it was just too powerful, regardless of illusion, so they were just flat out banned.
I wanna say
I'm speaking mainly Zorak right now, because like so you never really had like time to fully test how good illusion can be, but there's so much untapped potential there, despite it having been around for like 10 years.
I think I wanna say A-.
Yeah, I'm saying A- for Sora H. Sora B, the other one is like,
Sora B, yeah. It was the best knockoff user. It's still good, but not as good as Grimer right now.
Yeah.
But here you have it. It's a good list.
This is an okay list. I can get behind this list.
Probably Fille's list is probably with Watro and A, and my list is probably Drifloon and S-, together with the Grookey and the Voltorb.
Yeah, I got Drifloon and S- as well.
Oh really? Yeah, alright.
Yeah, it's better than Goth, Shroodle, Surskit, and Diglett.
Yeah, and I like the Grookey still there, but in S-, it opens up a lot for the team.
Yeah, it does.
I think this is the correct viability ranking. We will see what you guys think. Phil, do you want to say anything to the viewers?
Absolutely not. They don't deserve my attention anymore.
Perfect. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys all later.